Welcome to Millionaire Coin Finds, where pocket change turns into a fortune. Money bag. If you love rare coins, shocking values, and unbelievable finds, you're in the right place. Let's dive in and see which coins could make you rich today. Magnifying glass tilted left sparkles. Welcome back to Millionaire Coins Finds, where your pocket change might just make you a millionaire. If you've got a proof set sitting in your drawer from the early 70s, or maybe one was handed down to you from a parent or grandparent, stop what you're doing right now. Because the 1972 Lincoln penny from the US Mint proof set could be one of the most insanely valuable coins ever discovered, and people are cashing in on them for life-changing money. You might be thinking, wait, a penny from 1972? That's not even 100 years old. And yes, it sounds almost impossible, but this is the truth. Certain 1972 proof Lincoln cents are worth tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars, and most collectors don't even know they have one. Let me break it down for you. The 1972 Lincoln penny may look simple at first glance. Good old Abe Lincoln sitting on the obverse, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But here's the jaw-dropper. Some of these coins were minted with extremely rare errors and ultra-sharp details that make collectors go absolutely wild. We're talking about proof coins, specifically those that came straight from the San Francisco Mint. Look for that tiny S mint mark just under the year. These coins were struck with special dyes and polished to perfection, giving them that gorgeous mirror-like shine. But some of these coins weren't just beautiful, they were accidentally struck with double dyes, where every word and number, especially Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date, 1972, show dramatic doubling under a magnifying glass. This error is called 1972's double die obverse, and it's one of the most demanded varieties by serious collectors. Combine that with the coin being in a proof set, never touched by human hands, and you've got a numismatic bombshell that can fetch the kind of cash that makes headlines. And here's where it gets exciting. Only a handful of these rare 1972's double die proof Lincoln pennies exist in perfect condition. Coin grading companies like PCGS and NGC have verified them and given them proof grades like PR67, PR68, even PR69 red cameo, which is extremely rare. Now brace yourself. In recent high-stakes auctions, these proof set 1972 Lincoln pennies with the right conditions and error features have been sold for prices between $115,000 and $185,000. Yes, that's six figures, for a penny. A 1-cent coin that could buy you a house, a luxury car, or a lifetime of vacations. So now you're probably asking, how do I know if I have one? First, dig out your 1972 US Mint proof set. These usually come in hard plastic cases and include a nickel, dime, quarter, half-dollar, and yes, the penny. Next, take a 10x magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe and look closely at the date, the word Liberty, and the phrase In God We Trust. Do you see any doubling? Do the letters look a little thicker or shadowed? If so, you might have hit the jackpot. Also, check for that strong red shine. This tells you the copper is still in pristine condition. The redder and shinier it is, the higher the value, and remember, never clean the coin. You can ruin its value instantly. Always handle with gloves and get it professionally graded before selling. The 1972 Lincoln penny from a proof set is one of the most overlooked treasure coins in America. It's quietly turning everyday collectors into instant rich folks, and if you've got one lying around, you might be next. So go check your proof sets, open those dusty boxes, and start inspecting. That little penny could be worth more than your car, your rent, or even your entire savings account. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most unexpected treasures in American coin collecting history, the 1986 Kennedy half-dollar from the official proof set. This is the coin that has shocked collectors, stunned auction houses, and made quiet collectors into quiet millionaires. You might be thinking, come on, it's just a half-dollar. But this is no ordinary pocket change. The 1986 Kennedy half-dollar, especially those struck at the San Francisco Mint with the iconic S mint mark, has become one of the most sought-after proof coins in the coin community, and for a very good reason. These coins were specially made by the US Mint using polished dies and mirror-finished planchets, resulting in coins with deep cameo contrast, flawless detail, And a mirror-like shine that collectors dream of. But here's the twist, only a tiny handful of these coins have survived in perfect, untouched, high-grade condition, and when I say perfect, I mean PR70 deep cameo perfection. Coins that meet this standard are so rare, so flawless, that they get labeled as museum grade by the grading giants like PCGS and NGC. And guess what? Those are the coins making collectors and lucky proof set owners into overnight success stories. Now, here's where it gets really juicy. Some lucky collectors have opened their 1986 US Mint proof sets, sent the Kennedy $50 in for grading, and the results? Pure shock. Some coins have come back with the perfect PR70 DCAM grade. And those coins? They've gone on to sell at record-breaking prices at major coin auctions. You won't believe it, but this is the truth. These special 1986 Kennedy $50 from proof sets have sold for amounts between $115,000 and $182,000. That's right. A single $50, worth over $182,000 US. And it could be sitting in your collection right now. Imagine flipping through your old proof sets, maybe ones passed down from family, or bought years ago when you were just starting out. That little black case, sitting quietly in a drawer, might be hiding a 5-figure or even 6-figure treasure inside. The eagle on the reverse. The portrait of President Kennedy on the obverse. The S mint mark gleaming like a whisper of wealth. But how do you know if your 1986 Kennedy $50 is the jackpot coin? Here's what to check for: magnifying glass tilted left, that strong, mirror-like surface, deep cameo contrast between the raised frosted design and the smooth background, magnifying glass tilted left, no scratches. No marks. No haze, magnifying glass tilted left, sharply struck details, crisp hairlines on Kennedy, deep definition on the eagle's feathers, magnifying glass tilted left, that brilliant S mint mark showing it came from the elite San Francisco Mint, magnifying glass tilted left, and finally, submit it to PCGS or NGC for grading. If it comes back PR70 DCAM, congratulations, you're holding one of the rarest and most valuable coins of the entire Kennedy $50 series. Now think about that for a second. This isn't just any $50. It's a hidden time capsule of value. A coin that was never meant to circulate. A coin crafted for collectors, but only the few flawless survivors are bringing in 6-figure paydays. Collectors all over the US are now scrambling to pull out their 1986 proof sets. And the market is hungry, more than ever, for ultra-rare examples in top condition. Coin dealers, collectors, investors, they all want this coin. And they're willing to pay big for it. So if you've got a proof set from 1986, don't just let it sit there. Open it. Inspect it. Examine it under a bright light. And if you see that deep mirror and frost combo with no visible imperfections, get that coin graded now. This could be the moment you find out your collection is worth more than $115,000, even up to $182,000. Yes, all from a single coin hiding in a proof set. We've got something so shocking, so outrageously profitable, that you'll want to go dig through your coin collection right now, because the 1976 Lincoln penny from a US Mint proof set is making collectors lose their minds, and turning everyday Americans into $100,000 richer success stories. Yes, you heard that right. A penny. From 1976. That tiny copper coin you've probably ignored for decades, if it came from a proof set and has the right features, could now be worth anywhere from $113,000 to a jaw-dropping $187,000. Now let's dig into this beautiful beast of a coin. 1976 was America's bicentennial year, a massive celebration of 200 years of independence. Every collector remembers the quarters, $50, and dollar coins that got a special redesign to honor the year. But what most people completely overlook is the 1976 Lincoln penny, which quietly remained the same in design, yet holds one of the biggest hidden secrets in coin collecting history. Here's the deal: the San Francisco Mint produced a limited run of proof coins in 1976, struck with high-quality dies, polished to perfection, and sealed in collectible proof sets. These coins were never intended for circulation. They have that deep mirror-like shine and incredible detail. And it's these proof pennies that can be worth a small fortune today, if you know what to look for. Some of these 1976 S-proof Lincoln cents were struck with rare mint errors or microscopic die variations. These include double dies, ultra cameo finishes, and nearly perfect strike grades that are so rare, they're practically unicorns in the coin world. The most sought-after features include double die obverse, DDU. You'll see thick doubling in the words Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, and the date 1976 if you inspect it under magnification, cameo and deep cameo finishes. The frosty portrait of Lincoln contrasts beautifully against the mirrored background. This visual effect boosts the coin's value. Dramatically, perfect or near-perfect grades. Coins graded PR68 RD CAM or even PR69 RD DCAM are considered extremely rare and insanely desirable, and when a 1976 S Lincoln proof penny checks all the right boxes, flawless condition, brilliant luster, rare variety, or error, bidding wars break out at auctions, and that's when the big money shows up. How big? Recently, some of these coins have fetched $113,000, with the highest known specimens selling for $187,000. Yes, $187,000 for a single penny, and most people have no idea this is even possible. So here's what you need to do right now. 1. Find your 1976 US Mint proof set. You'll recognize it by its sleek plastic casing showing 5 coins: penny, nickel, dime, quarter, and $.2. Check the penny for the S mint mark, just under the year 1976. That confirms it was minted in San Francisco. 3. Use a magnifying glass or coin loop to closely inspect for doubling on the text and numbers, any ultra-sharp contrast in finish, and overall color. 4. Look for bright red coloring, a sign that the copper hasn't deteriorated. Collectors love red coins and pay a premium for them. 5. Never clean your coin. Cleaning destroys value. Handle it with gloves, and submit it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. If you suspect you've struck gold, most people wouldn't give a second thought to a 1976 penny. But the truth is, the proof version could make you richer than you ever imagined. Especially if it's still sealed, untouched, and gleaming with all the right traits. We're living in a time when collectors are paying 6 figures for coins most Americans don't even know exist. Don't be the one who lets a fortune slip through your fingers. Check your proof set. Dig through that drawer. Ask your parents or grandparents if they have one. Because that tiny 1976 Lincoln proof penny sitting quietly in your home could be worth up to $187,000. Talking about the 1977 Lincoln penny from a US Mint proof set, a coin that could be hiding in plain sight and worth up to $188,000. Yes, this isn't a joke. Not a gimmick. This is a real coin that has sold in high-stakes auctions for life-changing amounts of money. And there's a chance, a real chance, that you might already own it. Let's unlock the full story behind this unassuming, copper-colored coin that could be your ticket to financial freedom. In 1977, the U.S. Mint in San Francisco produced a series of proof coins, flawlessly crafted, double-struck for maximum detail, and sealed in proof sets designed for collectors. These weren't pocket change. These coins were specially made with a mirror-like finish, brilliant luster, and jaw-dropping detail, and hidden among those coins, the 1977 S Lincoln penny stands out for a shocking reason. A small number of these proof cents feature rare mint errors, stunning contrast finishes, and condition so pristine that collectors are fighting over them today. Let's be clear, we're not talking about ordinary circulated pennies. We're talking about proof-only coins, those tucked away in sealed U.S. Mint proof sets. These were never meant to see the inside of a cash register or a change jar. Some of the 1977 S-proof Lincoln pennies display signs of double dies, most noticeably in Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, and the year 1977 itself. These doubled elements aren't easy to spot with the naked eye, but with a loupe or magnifier, you'll see the heavy thickness and shadowed doubling that makes collectors go wild. But that's not all. The most valuable specimens also show off deep cameo contrast, that bright, frosty design against a mirrored field. These are the coins that get graded by PCGS or NGC as PR68 RD CAM or even PR69 RD DCAM, meaning red, deep cameo, in nearly perfect condition. And let me tell you, those are the coins that bring in the big money. And just how big are we talking? Recently, these rare 1977 S-proof Lincoln cents with ultra-high grades and rare error combinations have sold in auctions between $112,000 and $188,000. That's right, a single penny fetching more money than most people make in 2 or 3 years. Imagine that. A coin that's been sitting silently in your collection, tucked into a forgotten proof set, could be worth more than your entire car, your mortgage, or even your kid's college fund. Now here's what you need to do. 1. Find your 1977 US Mint proof set. They typically come in a black or red plastic case with a clear display showing all 5 coins. 2. Look at the Lincoln penny. It should have a sharp S mint mark under the year. This confirms it was struck at the San Francisco Mint. 3. Check the surfaces. Do you see deep contrast between the frosty Lincoln portrait and the mirror background? That's what collectors call deep cameo, and it's a massive value booster. 4. Use a 10x magnifying glass. Examine the lettering for any signs of doubling, especially around the word Liberty and the date. If you spot this, you're potentially looking at a rare double die variety. 5. Don't clean it. Don't touch it. If the coin looks perfect, it's time to get it professionally graded. This is what turns a cool find into a 6-figure windfall. The market for rare Lincoln cents is on fire, and the 1977 proof penny is one of the hottest coins rising in value right now. Collectors are snatching them up. Dealers are hunting for them. And everyday people are discovering that their proof set has been holding a fortune for decades. This coin is real. This opportunity is real. And the money being paid is very, very real. So go now. Dig through that box, that drawer, that old safe, or coin folder. Because that 1977 S Lincoln penny sitting quietly in your proof set could easily be worth up to $188,000. Video is going to blow your mind, because we're digging deep into a coin most people completely ignore, but this little copper beauty might just be your ticket to nearly $200,000 in cold, hard cash. We're talking about the 1980 Lincoln penny, but not just any penny. We're talking about the rare proof version from the US Mint proof set. If you have this coin, and it checks all the right boxes, it could be worth anywhere from $111,000 to $195,000. Yes. A 1-cent coin. Worth more than a Lamborghini. Let's unpack how this unbelievable value is even possible, and what you need to do right now to find out if you have the winning coin. Back in 1980, the San Francisco Mint struck a special run of proof coins not meant for circulation. These proof coins were made with highly polished dies, extra pressure, and careful handling. They were sold to collectors in sealed proof sets by the US Mint. Each set included a penny, nickel, dime, quarter, and half dollar, all sealed in a hard plastic display case. Now here's the secret: the 1980 S Lincoln penny from one of these proof sets is now one of the most valuable Lincoln cents ever made, but only if it has the right combination of ultra-rare errors, flawless finish, and professional grade. These aren't your typical pocket change coins. We're talking about the coins with double die obverse, DDO, a striking error where the design is doubled, most visibly on Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, and the date 1980. Cameo and deep cameo finishes. These give the coin that frosty portrait on a mirror-like background. Collectors absolutely crave this look. Red coloration, RD, a rich, full copper shine with no signs of oxidation. A red finish drastically boosts the coin's grade and value. Perfect grades. If your coin is graded PR68 RD CAM, PR69 RD DCAM, or even better, you're looking at auction gold. Now get this: these ultra-rare 1980 S-proof pennies, especially those with double dies or pristine deep cameo contrast, have shocked the coin collecting world by selling for $111,000. And in some record-breaking cases, reaching up to $195,000. So, ask yourself right now: do you own a 1980 US Mint proof set? Because if you do, here's how to check your potential goldmine. 1. Find your 1980 proof set. It's usually housed in a black or red plastic case, with 5 shiny coins visible under a clear window. 2. Look closely at the penny. It must have an S mint mark under the year 1980, proving it came from the San Francisco Mint. Point 3. Inspect the finish. Does it have a mirror background and a frosty Lincoln profile? That's what collectors call deep cameo, an absolute must-have. Point 4. Use a magnifying glass. Look at the words Liberty, Indiana, God We Trust, and the numbers 1980. If you spot doubling, you might be holding a double die proof, a jackpot feature. Point 5. Do not clean the coin. Cleaning ruins the value. Handle it with gloves, store it safely, and send it to a professional grading company like PCGS or NGC if you think it might be special. Most people throw these coins in a drawer and forget them. But those who know, the collectors, investors, dealers, they're hunting for the rare 1980s proofs right now, because demand is climbing and auction prices are going higher and higher. So don't wait. Go check your proof sets. Ask your parents or grandparents if they have any sealed 1980 sets. Visit estate sales, garage sales, or online auctions. Because that one little copper penny could change your life. If you've got the right one, you could be looking at a coin worth as much as $195,000, let that sink in, 1 cent worth nearly 200 grand.